Hi, welcome to the first episode of This Week with Krave. In this series, I'll be discussing happenings in the Nigerian tech ecosystem, products of the week, marketing tips I learned this week, funding news, and tech events that will be occurring in the course of the week. Make sure you watch till the end to discover the product of this week. Between 2022 and early 2023, Nigerian banks introduced a lot of restrictions on foreign transactions being done on local Nigerian cards. This was owing to the forex liquidity problems being faced by the Nigerian economy. This problem created an opportunity for digital remittance companies and Nigerian fintech companies alike. Many of these companies introduced a new business line allowing users to make foreign transactions using their virtual USD cards. However, in the last few weeks, we've seen a lot of disruption come into the remittance space. The CBN lifted its ban on Naira payouts for diaspora remittances. Between December 2020 and now, when you receive remittances from other countries, you could only collect payouts in that currency. So as a user, it was your responsibility to look for how you convert this money to Naira. The CBN did this to squeeze out unlicensed remittance companies and also to introduce more regulation to the remittance space in the Nigerian market. Now that this ban has been lifted, users can now receive remittances in Naira and the transaction limit is up to $10,000 daily. Wema Bank also announced that they are increasing their international card transaction limits to $500 per month. This would enable users make Naira-denominated foreign transactions. For now, Wema Bank is the only bank that has increased the transaction limits on foreign transactions. However, we expect that other banks will follow suit in the coming weeks. These new policies will increase competition in the remittance space and it may disrupt the business model for some fintechs in the Nigerian market. Now, let's talk about Flutterwave. It seems like every week now there is news about Flutterwave either introducing a new product to the market or establishing a new partnership with a multinational company. They recently announced a partnership with Microsoft to improve and scale their transactions and processing infrastructure. They also partner with a company named Token.io for account-to-account based payments. And this one I find very interesting is the partnership with IATA. IATA is an acronym for the International Air Transport Association. They are the regulatory body for international air travel. As of June 2023, Nigeria owed airlines a total of $812 million. These are funds that the international airlines cannot repatriate to their countries due to low foreign exchange reserves of the Nigerian economy. Flutterwave has integrated its payment gateway with the IATA Financial Gateway to enable Africans pay for international flights using their local currency. This would most likely solve the problem of slow fund repatriation and ultimately reduce the cost of international air travel. Just this week, Flutterwave launched a new product called Tuition. This product enables Africans pay foreign schools in their local currencies. So take for instance, I get an admission to Oxford University. I can pay my Oxford University tuition fees in Naira. The product is currently available only in Nigeria and you can only make payment to about 40 schools in the UK. However, the plan is to roll out this product to other African countries and other schools in the US, in Canada, and other foreign countries. Shout out to the products and partnerships team of Flutterwave. You guys must definitely be on steroids, but then the glory will be in the execution. If you've used any of these Flutterwave's products, please let me know your experience so far. According to Tech Cabal, Nigeria raised about $462 million in Q2 2023. Compared to H1 2023 where we raised only about $42 million, this is a huge leap. Global VC funding in 2023 has plummeted due to uncertain economic climes. We are hopeful that things take a turn for the better in Q3. Propel, a Nigerian-based HR tech startup, has raised seed funding to accelerate the adoption and rollout of its community as a service platform. I'm a huge proponent for building communities. As such, I belong to several communities in the Nigerian tech ecosystem. So having a company leverage the benefits of communities in the tech ecosystem is also quite fascinating to me. So how does Propel work? Propel is on a mission to help international companies reduce the risk of hiring remote workers in emerging economies like Africa. They are doing this by expanding their talent pool to tech communities. One of the building blocks of every tech ecosystem is communities. However, when these communities are formed, they train their members, they upskill their members, but the final step of getting them jobs seems to be very difficult. Propel serves as a pipeline for these tech communities to introduce their members to a network of international companies. They currently have offices in Lagos, Amsterdam, Berlin, Johannesburg, Nairobi, and London, with over 550 people hired in several roles. One thing I noticed when I checked their website is that they are focused majorly on developer communities. So what happens to the no-code tech professionals? Some of their community network includes Ingressive for Good, She Code Africa, Semicolon, Women Who Code Lagos, the Google Developers Group, Code Novation, More Techies, Developers in Vogue, Dev Congress, and local hosts. Why can't Propel include tech communities like Tech Marketers Hub, People in Product, non-techies in tech. There are several communities with no-code tech talents that are also suitable for these international companies. So Propel, if you would like me to introduce you to these tech communities, please feel free to reach out. This week, I got a mail from my bank showing me my transaction history for the month of June. I believe this is customary for every Nigerian bank. They send you emails at the end of the month showing you your transactions for that month. So one thing I noticed and I found very interesting is that in the body of the mail, there was a particular site that showed me how much I incurred using other banks' ATMs. The money was very little because I hardly make ATM withdrawals. But for users who regularly use ATMs for withdrawals, this amount might have been more significant. What my bank was trying to do was incentivizing me to use their bank ATMs. This is a very good user retention strategy. The average Nigerian user is very price sensitive, so giving them data and information about their transaction charges can change the user's behavior. A few days ago, I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues and he mentioned that he could only ever withdraw from his bank's ATMs. This is a win for everyone involved because on one hand, the user saves money and on the other hand, the bank also keeps the user within their ecosystem of products. On the product of this week, we have GTCO's FX Internet Banking. This product allows customers to change dollars to naira instantly on their internet banking or at bank branches. And guess what? You could convert up to $50,000 daily. What this means is that the risks involved in transacting with local street traders, like higher exchange rate, possibility of accepting fake currencies, and even security will be eliminated. This makes a lot of sense for gig workers, remote workers, content creators that accept payments in foreign currencies. On the downside, you cannot convert your naira to dollar yet. Hopefully, other banks introduce this product as well to ensure that it is mainstream and available for all users. That's it for this episode of This Week with Krave. Thank you for watching till the end. If you're new here, please consider subscribing for more content on tech, marketing, product, sales and growth. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share to other people you know that may be interested in content like this. See you in the next one.